Hey everyone, so I thought I'd make a video about J-pouch surgeries and body weight, and when you have disease that affects your digestive tract, weight is definitely a concern, and I believe that it's pretty common for people who get the J-pouch surgeries to experience some significant weight fluctuation between their first surgery and after their second surgery. And I thought I would share with you my weight story throughout that process. And my pre-diagnosis weight was around 102 pounds, and just keep in mind that I'm only 5 feet tall, so but I actually started losing weight right after my diagnosis, and I believe though that I was still at a pretty healthy weight when I came in for my first surgery. But immediately after that I started losing weight pretty quickly because there were several days where I wasn't really eating anything. And I believe 2 weeks out of my first surgery I weighed about 87 pounds, which is pretty scary. But as time progressed, my appetite started getting bigger. I definitely was able to start gaining some weight back, and I believe I made it into the mid 90-pound region. But unfortunately, a few weeks before my second surgery, I developed an obstruction, which is a story for a different day. But it did cause me to not really eat that much the few weeks leading up to my second surgery. So I again dropped back down into that 80-pound region. And again, after my second surgery, I wasn't really eating that much, so I stayed at that pretty low weight. And the one thing that sort of stands out to me was Christmas Day, which was about 3 weeks out of my second surgery. My family was asking me how much they thought I weighed, and I remember saying, I don't think I weigh my pre-diagnosis weight quite yet, but I think I'm pretty close. And I just remember being shocked when I got on the scale and it told me I was 90 pounds. And retrospectively thinking about it, it meant that I was so used to weighing such a low weight that just gaining that little bit of weight made me feel like I was at a normal weight, which was pretty crazy. But if there's ever a time to weigh 90 pounds and need to gain back some weight, Christmas is definitely it. Because there tends to be a lot of good food, and I definitely pigged out a lot that Christmas. But anyway, again, as time progressed, I was definitely able to start gaining back some of that weight. And now I'm several months out of my second surgery, and although I'm still not at my pre-diagnosis weight, I'm actually pretty content with where I am weight-wise. And I know it seems sort of weird thinking about being happy to gain weight, especially in our really diet-centric world. And, especially for us F.A.Pers who really aren't used to having such huge weight fluctuations in response to illness. But gaining that weight back made me feel and look like a human again. And the few friends who saw me while I had the ileostomy and then saw me a few months after my second surgery all said the same thing. They all told me that I looked so much better because the last time they saw me, they said I looked like a skeleton. And what's sort of weird about that is, even though I knew I'd been losing weight at the time, I didn't really feel like I looked emaciated or skeletal. Just because, again, I was so used to being such a low weight that it started to feel normal. So it was definitely, really weird, and it definitely messes with your image of your own weight a little bit, but you just have to give it time, and eventually you'll get to a point where you feel content with your weight. But yeah, that's my story of weight loss and gain in response to the J-pouch surgeries, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.